So here we are with a net and a bunch of leaves. Olga, talk about this. What's going on?
So when we harvest, we use mechanical means, and they're like rakes, vibrating rakes, what are brushing branches. And we're not touching trunks. We're putting netting on between the rows.
Correct.
And then we're using electrical rakes to knock the olives down to speed up the process.
So what, are they shaking the trees, or what's going on?
They're shaking branches, and they help basically speed up a harvesting process. It's a hand assisting tools. So
Right.
we're still hand harvesting, but using extra tools. So this is what we picked up, what was
Let's go
left on
there,
a tree.
because you have a whole bunch
So
right here.
when we harvest with those rakes, let me go away from sun. When we harvest with those rakes, we knock a lot of leaves on the ground together with olives, and we have to blow the leaves. And here we have like a bunch of leaves which we compost and create a nutritional amendment to our soil. We put it back to soil, so we kind of try to farm sustainably. Everything what took from the ground goes back to the ground. So,
Nice.
so this is what actually real color of the fruit what we like to harvest. So greener olives have less oil but more nutrition. Sorry for my messed up nails.
So they're like
But-
younger.
They're younger, yeah. So every olive starts green and finish up in a really dark, mushy black, which a lot of times, put in a jar, and there's dark sliced olives.
Correct.
So, but darker olives have more milder oil, but more oil. So we try to balance flavor, nutritional value, and also some aroma notes. So
Yes.
here it is. So
When you say aromatic notes, what are you picking up in that aroma?
okay, in this particular variety, which is Chiquitita,
Chiquitita.
we can pick
Spanish for
for small tree,
Small tree.
Chiquita. Yeah, and Chiquitita has notes of tomato wine, tomato leaf notes, very herbaceous and also fruity. It has stone fruit like peaches or apricots, notes, a little bit of hint of citrus.
yummy.
And with the herbaceousness of the notes of lemon thyme and green freshly cut grass, it all together brings in very complex and interesting oil.
Right.
It's very fruity. It's sweeter on the nose, rather sweeter than really green and robust. So
And earlier we were talking about how it's sort of like a fusion of two different varieties or something, right? Like
yeah, so Chiquitita is a crossbreed of Picual and Arbequina. Picual has this pointing like nose, so to speak, and it's a big characteristic of this varietal. And leaf notes, green, tomato, and herbaceous notes come from Picual.
right.
And fruitiness comes from Arbequina and mildness from Arbequina. It's not very robust oil. It's more elegant, mild oil with green notes, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful with your salad, on any dish like cooking eggs or chicken.
That's right.
It's great. So it could be used in different versions of cooking. So great with baking cakes, sweets. So I experiment with olive oil baking. So we might share next time
Yeah.
recipes.
So, speaking of recipe, one of the number one question that everyone asks is, can you cook? Can you fry with olive oil? I mean, this is one of the big topics that we had at a class, right? The program. And so maybe straight up from a producer, award-winning Olga,
Okay.
tell them what's going on with the frying thing.
Let's say, besides being a producer, I'm also a professional sommelier of olive oil. So,
There you go.
I can tell you that a lot of research, a lot of investigation on the profile of olive oil was done. So the researchers came to a conclusion that olive oil is great for cooking and baking, and it's very stable fat for frying. It
What about
can.
grilling and stuff like that?
We're not grilling for non-stop hours, so extreme temperatures like 500 degrees for more than 2.5 hours. So if we use it in the home cooking especially, we don't exceed those temperatures, and we don't exceed the timing for those temperatures. So yes, you lose some antioxidants, very small portion of antioxidants, but olive oil has also oleic acid in it, and imagine when you cook meat or sauteing your vegetables absorb the oil.
Right.
So oils like corn oil or canola oil, they're not very stable in cooking, and they degrade the triglycerides in the olive oil if you go in the chemical profile. They break down faster and become carcinogenic. So cooking with olive oil, antioxidants protect the stability of the chemical structure of the oil. So you can cook at home in any form of cooking. It's good up to 425 degrees for more than 2 hours non-stop heating before it starts changing profile of the oil. Yeah.
And are we talking about any varieties here? Like right now, you're discussing this very specific variety, but does it apply to any variety of the 2,000 plus varieties?
I think it is. Some varieties are milder and have a little bit less intensity, and they're more fragile.
Okay.
However, even the mildest varietals, they still withstand all these cooking applications. So we experimented such a term like smoke point.
Yes.
Honestly, it's in a professional world. It doesn't exist such term. It's more like a slang thing, but it's a moment when oil starts actually smoking and giving like a black smoke. It's like it's probably you have to be like 600 degrees and like cook this oil. And
Right.
Yeah. Then any oil gonna be bad at this point. Yeah. So anyway, I advise to use this oil for any type of cooking, and it's actually great in a baking terms.
Actually, you remember when we the chef Kev, he was doing a cocktail.
Yeah, so you can do cocktails.
Have you done that?
And the tip of the
Russian
day. Wait a minute.
vodka.
Wait a minute. Yeah, Russian vodka cocktail. Actually, we need to come up with something.
Seriously?
Yeah. So they put olives, right, in martini vodka.
Duh.
So James Bond.
Exactly.
You turn into pure juice of olive fruit instead of martini olives.
Right.
And boost, while you're like killing your liver with vodka, you can heal it right away with olive oil. So it's like smoothing up the process. So tip of the day, when you bake, put ratio 3/4 of the size of a butter, replace it with 3/4 of olive oil.
Oh, there you go. We'll cap it with that, and then we'll move to another topic, probably another section of this beautiful place here where all this amazing olive oil is worked on, produced. Crafted. Handcrafted.
Because you're gonna see how I do the milling, right? I'm working with this magical process and converting these guys, into a gorgeous, internationally awarded and appreciated olive oil. So you're very welcome to join the process.
We're in the right place. Okay, we'll catch you again in a bit, so stay tuned.